Cheers Maria Galera Carjakas Fulchero. Welcome to Breffni Park for this eagerly awaited game between Den and Kushela in the Cavan Football League. Glorious day for football, wind blowing strongly in this first half in favour of the Kushela team. Den line out as follows: in goal, Martin Cahill; full back line on the right, Barry Hyland; in the centre, Paddy Gaffney; and on the left, Paddy McGinnell. Half-back line on the right, Pat Baker; in the centre, Paddy Quealy; and on the left, Michael Tierney. In the centre of the field, Paul Hyland, partnered by Tommy Smith. The half-forward line on the right, Raymond Smith; in the centre, Jim Keoghan; and on the left, Barry Smith. The full-forward line, top of the right, Sean Trace; in the centre, George Dugdale; and on the left, Pascal Galligan. The Denman on the attack now with George Dugdale about 45 metres out, taps it out to the far side, but it's cut off there for the Kushela men by Philip Smith. Sends it out to this side of the field, dropping about 60 metres out. Kushela men trying to get the ball up along this side towards Brian Lynch. Brian was racing out for the ball, but the Den men are back there, and Paddy Quealy picking it up now. Paddy, the school teacher, fouled as he comes out with the ball, and a free out for Den from about 35 metres out from their own goal. The Kushela team in goal, Adrian Riley; full back line on the right, Donald Riley; in the centre, Sean Cusick; and on the left, Noel Cook. Half back line on the right, Raymond Riley; in the centre, Finbar Riley; and on the left, Philip Smith. Centre of the field, Adrian Donohoe, partnered by Damien Riley. Half forward line on the right, Enda Riley; in the centre, Ronan Farley; and on the left, Pat Shelby. The full forward line, top of the right, Gerard Shelby; in the centre, Porrick Lynch; and on the left, Brian Lynch. 2 minutes 15 seconds gone here at Breffni Park. No score, and Kushela on the attack now. Ball sent up towards the full forward line. It goes towards Brian Lynch, takes his shot, and it's gone out towards the left there, and it has gone wide apparently. The umpire rushing back to retrieve the ball. The referee, Martin Brady, going in there, and he's calling for the ball. Maybe he's going to give a free in. It seems that the Kushela man was fouled in transit there. Free in just outside the 13-metre line. And the man walking towards the ball there for Kushela is Pat Shelby, or Enda Riley. Tapped in now and tapped over the bar for the opening score of the game. A point for the Kushela men, and we make it 3 minutes gone. Fair-sized crowd here in Breffni Park for this game. The stand almost packed. Ideal day for football. The wind helping the Kushela men in the first half. Ball high in the centre of the field. Adrian Donohoe climbing high as for it and bringing it down, and then left-footing it and turns around in a circle as he does so. Ball dropping down about 45 metres out from the Den goal. Paddy Quealy back there in close proximity for the ball. Also going back for it was Tommy Smith. Ball comes down now into the hands of Paddy Quealy. The referee spots an infringement there and gives a free out for the Denman from their own 13-metre line. The free taken, a low one up along this side. Adrian Donohoe grabs the ball but loses it immediately, and away come the Denmen. Raymond Smith gives it to Tommy Smith, and Tommy Smith transfers it down about 45 metres out, cut out by Philip Smith. And it comes back to him off the Den midfielder there. Transferred forward down about 45 metres out now. The referee spots another infringement and another free out for Den from about 40 metres out from their own goal. Pretty sparse attendance on the far side of the field. Stand absolutely packed. Ball tapped down in the midfield area. Goes into the hands now. Pat Shelby plays the ball forward. Porrick Lynch has got it now. 35 metres out. Angling for the shot. Looks good. And it's gone in, and it's gone over the bar for the second score of the game. A point by Porrick Lynch, and we make it 4 minutes 45 seconds gone here at Breffni Park, and Kushela leading by 2 points to no score. Ball retrieved by the umpire. He's throwing it back to Martin Cahill, the goalkeeper. Coming out towards the 20-metre line, right in front of his goal, down here in the town end in Breffni Park. Standing back, he seems to be looking out to right down the middle. Takes a short run up and then kicks it high, dropping right down on the about 70 metres out. Punched down there by Adrian Donohoe, but not legitimately, says the referee Martin Brady, in a free for Den. Taken quickly by Tommy Smith, low trajectory in the ball. Down now about 70 metres out from the Kushela goal. Foul on a Den man there, foul on Raymond Smith. Tommy coming back to retrieve the ball. The sturdy Tommy places the ball down on the ground. The left knee heavily bandaged, plays it forward with his right foot now, and Den in possession with George Dugdale. A shot in towards the goal, and it's gone over the bar. The opening score of the game for the Den men, scored by George Dugdale. Great interaction there, quickly spotted by Tommy Smith. The through ball to George, turned around, didn't stand on ceremony and sent it straight over the bar. It's Den 1 point, Kushela 2 points. 6 minutes gone here in the first half. Kick out now by Adrian Riley. Right down the middle it goes. Evades a couple of players, and away come the Kushela men with the ball. Played forward now by Ronan Farley. In towards Porrick Lynch. Onto the left foot. It looks good, and it's gone over the bar for a brilliant point by Porrick Lynch after 6 minutes and 33 seconds in this game. Kushela 3 points, Den 1 point. Porrick Lynch has got 2 points, and O'Reilly 1, and George Dugdale a point for the Den men. We make it almost 7 minutes gone. Ball placed now in the hands. Martin Cowell, he's put the ball down on the ground. Short run once again, about 5 metres to the ball. Kicks it now out towards the stand side of the field. Ball blocked down, and Pat Shelby has got the ball. Transfers it now to Adrian Donohoe. Low ball into the centre, but it's cut off by the Den men. Ever alert there. Transferred out now by Michael Tierney, out towards the centre of the field, and Jim Cogan got good old shoulder challenge in there, going in for the ball, and a little bit of a tangle in the midfield area there. Paul Highland being spoken to by the referee at the moment. Seems to be noting his name in his notebook, and Damien Riley's name I think also being noted. A little bit of a tangle as Adrian Donohoe went in for the ball. The referee intent on stamping out any niggling fouls in this game early on. The Certus authority. Den 1 point, Kushela 3 points. 8 minutes exactly gone. Referee ready to throw the ball up between them once again to get the game restarted. And the referee noticed that Adrian Donohoe was climbing up on the back of the Den man there. That wasn't legitimate at all. Oh, and the kick is taken, and it bounces off a man's back there. The referee says he wasn't far enough away, and it'll have to be taken once again. Kushela man a little bit disgusted as he threw the ball down to the ground, hopped it off the ground. Then Tommy Smith, very urgent, and takes the ball forward there. George Dugdale coming out for it, but he seemed to overrun it, went between his legs. Taken up now by the midfielder, Paul Highland. But the referee spotted another foul on a Kushela player, and is quickly taken by Philip Smith, dropping down about 40 metres out now from the 10 goal in the hands of Kushela man that taps it high and taps it over the bar for a beautiful point, and that was Porrick Lynch, the full forward, coming out and tapping it over, and that's his 3rd point of this game, and it's only 9 minutes old. 4 points for Kushela, 1 for the men of Den. Porrick Lynch in great scoring form, really getting out before his man there, giving Paddy Gaffney a right run around at the moment. Here comes the kick out now by Martin Cowell. Right down the middle. Jim Cogan fists it down out to this side of the field. Real handful leather stuff as they race for the ball. Can the Den man get it up? The man in there for the Den men was Michael Tierney, trying to get the ball up. Now goes in the hands of Jim Cogan. Jim plays it forward. Down towards Dugdale, and he knocks it on. Into the hands now of Raymond Smith. Raymond Smith toe to hand. Back into the hands of Sean Tracy, going for the ball. It has gone out over the end line and gone wide. Score remains Kushela 4 points, Den 1 point. Kushela goalkeeper Adrian Riley, a student, placing the ball on the edge of the square for the kick out. Crowd rather silent here in Breffney Park. Kushela grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck in these opening 10 minutes, leading by 4 points to 1. Kick now, high, right down in the centre of the field. Adrian Donohoe blocks the ball down into the hands of Finbar Riley, and Finbar Riley plays the ball forward. It's taken by Pat Quealy, and he transfers the ball left the centre of the field. The Denman coming forward in the person of Paul Hyland. Paul Hyland down about 45 metres out now to George Dugdale, turning around. He's fouled as he goes through, and a free in for the Denman just inside the 45-metre line. George Dugdale placing the ball down on the ground very carefully. Plays, of course, with Leitrim. Stands right back from the ball on the 45-metre line. The ball about 40 metres out. Comes up now, short run at the ball. It's curling out towards the left. It goes out over the end line and goes wide. Score remains Kushela 4 points, 10, 1 point. Brepney Park pitch in immaculate condition. The breeze sweeping right up the pitch here into the town goal. Haven't seen it as dry at this time of the year for many a decade. The goal in both goals absolutely bone dry at the moment. As the goalkeeper, Adrian Riley, taps the ball down, but 45 metres out. Not a great kick out when it comes to a Denman. Racing forward was Raymond Smith. Gives it across into the centre. Trying to be retrieved there by Barry Smith, but the ball comes forward and shot away there by Philip Smith for the Kushela men. Ball going out over the line. The line ball for Den. About 65 metres out from the Den goal. Quickly taken by Michael Tierney, a carpenter. Gives it forward now to Tommy Smith, the farmer. In towards the 45-metre line, the shot high by Barry Smith. It's out towards the right, it's gone wide. And Den missing these opportunities now. Den badly needs a couple of points at this stage to get back into contention and even get on parity in this game. 12 minutes gone. Kushela 4 points, Den 1 point. Kick out by Adrian Riley. Right down in the centre of the field. The breeze carrying it about 10 yards longer from down the other end. And Adrian Donohoe grabs the ball, then transfers it back into the centre, where it's taken away now by Raymond Riley. Dropping it down 45 metres out, and the Kushela men. Ronan Farley now going a soloing. Gives it out to the far side towards Enda Riley. It's high and it's over the bar, and a great point by Enda Riley. That's great interaction between the Kushela men. Transferred around with great cohesion there and sent over by Enda Riley. It's Kushela 5 points, Den 1 point. Martin Cowell placing the ball carefully for the kick out for the Den men. Real whirlwind start by Kushela, taking all opportunities afforded to them. Kick out by Martin Cowell. Kushela 5 points, Den 1 point. 13 minutes gone here in the first half as Pat Shelby goes through now, takes a shot, it's high, and it's gone just narrowly wide. Score remains Kushela 5 points, Den 1 point. Martin Cowell placing for the kick out now. High, right down to the centre of the field, and Adrian Donohoe feeling it all alone, and then transferring it forward. All shoots off the hands of Porrick Lynch, and out comes the full-back for Den, Paddy Gaffney. Seems to get a knock in the face as he came out with the ball. The referee, Martin Brady, going in to check that he's okay. He's on the ground, but he'll be up momentarily. I think he's feeling his hand as well. May have got a knock on the hand as he tried to take the ball down. But strong, sturdy player that he is, soon be recovered. And to show that he is, Paddy takes the kick himself. Sales representative, and Adrian Donohoe having a great game for Kushela. Grabs the ball in the centre of the field and then transfers it forward, way out to the far side. Kushela men trying to get the ball up there. The ball shoots off him momentarily. It was Sean Tracy who was trying to get it up. Goes out to the far side now, where it's right across the goal. Porrick Lynch trying to go up for it. He juggled around, a shot. Oh, it's saved! It's got in, it's a goal! It's got in, it's got in. The audacious shot there was by Brian Lynch. His shot was saved by Martin Cowell in the Den goal. And in rushed Gerald Shelby, in like a flash to crash it home on the rebound. A brilliant goal for Kushela. And that really sets the team alight now. Can Kushela go on and win this game? That's what we'll have to see in the next 20 minutes or so. But it's Brian Lynch, apparently they got the shot in. And a fine goal it is. 1 goal and 5 points for Kushela, 1 point for Den. Just checking through the numbers there, we may credit Gerard Shelby with that goal. 1 goal and 5 points Den 1 point. Gerald Shelby, the man who finished that up, it seemed to be pulled on the first time, but Brian Lynch went in, blocked by the goalkeeper. Martin Cowell came back out, and Gerald Shelby crashed in the goal. So Kushela in a very comfortable position now. As the Den men come forward with the ball in the hands of George Dugdale. George is fouled about 40 metres out. Gives it forward now towards Raymond Smith. His kick is blocked down. He's trying to go out and retrieve it. The referee gives a free in on the 13-metre line. 1-5 for Kushela, 1 point for Den, 16 minutes gone. Gerard Shelby, the scorer of the goal, very alert there to pull on the ball as it came back out to him. Martin Cowell trying to do all he knew to stop the ball, but couldn't stop the second shot as it went streaming into the back of the net. This free now for Den to be taken by Tommy Smith. 13 metres out, fairly acute angle. Tommy standing straight onto the ball. And he plays it low across the goal. And it comes in the hands now. Barry Smith, a low shot. Oh, it's just gone out towards the right there and gone wide. Score remains Kushela 1-5, Den 1 point. Kick out high into the centre of the field, fisted down by Adrian Donohoe, but only to a Den man. Played forward now by Raymond Smith, down about 45 metres out, and racing for it is Jim Cogan, gives it across into the centre. Den trying to get the ball up, it goes into the hands now of Barry Smith. Barry plays it across towards Raymond Smith, trying to get a shot in, and it's blocked down. Great defending by the Kushela men, and the man blocking it down was Philip Smith as he charged out to block that ball down. Free in for Den about 25 metres out from the goal down here on our right in the country end. This free now to be taken by Tommy Smith, standing back from the ball. 1-5 for Kushela, 1 point for Den. Tommy now runs straight onto the ball and taps it now. Looks good, and it's in, and it's over the bar for a point scored by Tommy Smith for the Den men. It's Kushela 1-5, it's Den 2 points. And that second point for Den coming after 18 minutes of play. High down in the centre of the field, Adrian Donohoe knocks the ball on beautifully with the fist there, but it only comes into the hand of a Den man, Pather Quealy, and Pather returns the ball with interest down towards Jim Cogan. Jim slipped past the ball, and the ball got away from him, and the Kushela men have it. Transfers it out down the centre of the field, and Kushela coming forward. Ronan Farley having a great game for Kushela, going over the 45 and gives it to Adrian O'Donoghue. Adrian now to the far side of the field. Kushela man aiming for the shot there is Damien Riley. It's high and it's over the bar, and that's a lovely point scored by Damien Riley from out about 45 metres out. 1 goal and 6 points for Kushela, 2 points for Den. 19 minutes gone here in the first half at Breffney Park. Kick out now by Martin Cowell, right down in the centre of the field, and George Dugdale out playing a roving commission at the moment, seems to have switched out with Jim Cogan, seems apparently has gone in full forward for the moment. George out around the midfield area, switching around, trying to gain the initiative for the Den men. Seem to be in dire straits there to get the ball in the middle of the field, where Adrian Donohoe is playing particularly well, and Damien Riley for Kushela. Den coming forward now on the far side with Pat Baker, taps it out towards Dugdale, trying to get the ball up, ball gone off Kushela man, gone off Damien Riley on the far side of the field. Line ball for Den, be taken by Pat Baker, taps it into the centre now towards Paul Hyland. Hyland toe to hand, 40 metres out, transfers it diagonally to the 65 metre line, but it doesn't work out all that well for the Den men. Referee goes in and spots another infringement. Martin Brady notices that there's Slight infringement against number 7 there, Michael Tierney on the Den team. Michael feeling his left wrist. Tommy Smith, meanwhile, plays the ball 60 metres out. Kicking into the scoreboard end here in Breffley Park. The kick on its way from Tommy Smith, dropping right in. And it's in there towards Jim Cogan, right in front of the goal. He's trying to get a shot in, and it's cleared away by the Kushela men, and the score remains Kushela 1-6-10, 2 points. We make it 20 minutes gone. Ball down about 45 metres out from the Den goal. Kushela men trying to get the ball forward there, and one of them fouled as they go through. Another free in for Kushela. This one about 20 metres out from the goal. And the man going to take this one is Porrick Lynch. Porrick has already scored 3 points in this game. It's Kushela 1-6-10-2. Porrick taps this one high and taps it over for his fourth point of the game so far. We make it 21 minutes gone. 1-7 for Kushela, 2 points for 10. The ball retrieved now by Martin Cowell for the kick out. Placing it on the 20-metre line. High into the centre of the field. Tommy Smith going forward with the ball. Taken away now by Paul Hyland. Sends it way out to the far side of the field. For 10 minutes trying to get the ball up. Sean Tracy. Cheers, Murray, Vargas Fulchero. Welcome to Breffley Park. 22 minutes gone. And a shot in there by Den man Tommy Smith, gone out over the end line and gone wide. It's Kushela, 1 goal and 7 points. Den, 2 points here at Breffley Park. The goal coming from Gerard Shelby after the initial shot in by Brian Lynch was stopped by Martin Cowell on the line. And Gerard Shelby very quick to follow up the ball as it rebounded and it was crashed in. That's about 5 minutes ago. It's Kushela 1-7. Den 2 points. Kushela really grabbed the initiative early on, and they had 5 points on the board in the first 10 minutes of the game. And Kushela, their momentum really carrying them into great passages of football, particularly in the midfield area where Adrian Donohoe and Damien Riley playing very well. Damien Riley's got a point, and Riley's got 2. Porrick Lynch has got 3, and Gerard Shelby's got the goal, of course. There's Den man down on the ground there as Martin Lynch walks towards a number of players there. I wasn't absolutely looking at that. I was looking at these scores here, sheet in front of me. But there's a Den man down on the ground. It's the fullback, Paddy Gaffney, is down on the ground, but doesn't seem to be seriously injured because he's already getting back up to his feet now. The scorers for the Den team were Tommy Smith, a point, and also George Dugdale, who's alternating between full forward and midfield area. He's out in the midfield area at the moment, and Jim Cogan is in at full forward. And apparently there's a Kushela player is going off the field. He seemed to be sent off by the referee. And it's Damien Riley, in fact, that's sent off the Kushela team, and that's a cruel blow to them, and them going so well. Seem to be in contact there with Paddy Gaffney in that challenge for the ball, and he has been sent off. So a player sent off in this game. That's the midfielder for the Kushela team, Damien Riley. So it's Kushela 1-7. They're down to 14 men. It's Den 2 points. Ball high, way out of the far side of the field now. 10 men coming forward in the person of Pat Baker, the engineer. 45 metres out. Transfers a high pass into the centre, where it's taken by Paul Hyland. Paul Hyland going forward with the ball and gives it now across towards Tommy Smith. He transfers it back now to Michael Tierney. 35 metres out, trying to get a shot in. He overcarried the ball, so the referee didn't make any attempt to play it. Free out for Kushela from their own goal area, about 20 metres out from their own goal. Nobody seems to want to take it initially. And the Kushela team revamping their positions now with the loss of the midfielder Damien Riley, being sent off by the referee Martin Brady about 2 minutes ago. 1-7 for Kushela, 2 points for Den. Nice cushion that the Kushela team have built up, and they need it now, playing with 14 men. High in the centre of the field, Adrian Donohoe trying to fist it down, but didn't absolutely make a clean connection with the ball. Den trying to come forward with it. Michael Tierney trying to get the ball forward, but Kushela intent now on pressing home their advantage. Brian Lynch going forward with the ball. Laying it down to Porrick Lynch. It runs past him and goes to Pat Shelby. He gives it across into the centre now towards Enda Riley, and Enda is fouled unceremoniously right in front of the goal. And the referee going in now, and he may have a word with a Den man. Unceremonious tackle there on the Kushela man going through, and he's having a word now with Paddy Gaffney. The referee, Martin Brady, putting his name in the notebook and noting his number and calling him back towards him there. And the free in for Kushela on the 13-metre line, just outside the 13-metre line. And Enda Riley, who's already scored 2 points, going towards this free now. 26 minutes gone here at Breffley Park. Kushela leading 1-7-2 as Enda Riley, well, he's not intent on taking the free right now because he's going up to replace the ball. The referee says, come on and hurry up. He has done that, and now he stands back from the ball once again. Can he make it 1-8 for Kushela? Taps it in and over the bar, and it's now 1-8 for the Kushela men. 2 points for Den. We make it 26 minutes 43 seconds gone here in the first half. The stand, well, almost packed, and a couple of hundred people on the far side of the field. I'd say about 700 or 800 people altogether here in Breffley Park. The pitch in immaculate condition. The breeze sweeping up the field from the scoreboard end into the town end, helping the Kushela team in this first half. Both goals bone dry. Never saw them as dry at this time of the year for many decades. Ball fisted down in the centre of the field there now by Michael Tierney for the Denman, but what does he do? Only put the ball out over the sideline. A line ball for Kushela down here in front of the stand. The man in possession of the ball is Ronan Farley. Plays it forward now towards Adrian Donohoe, having a great game for Kushela, making himself available in the centre of the field area and also in the danger zone between the 20 and the 45. The kick taken by Porrick Lynch from the sideline in towards the goal, and it's only gone narrowly wide. A fine speculative shot there by Porrick Lynch, just going narrowly out over the end line and going wide. And the score stands still Kushela 1 goal and 8 points, Den 2 points. Ball in the hands of the goalkeeper Martin Cahill for the kick out. From the edge of the square, takes a very short run up to the ball and keeps it low against the breeze. Down about 45 metres out, George Dugdale was racing for it, but the man gets it. Ronan Farley having a great game for Kushela today, but apparently the pass he gave with his hand there, the referee says it wasn't in the rule book. And the free now for the Den men, quickly taken, goes into the possession now of Raymond Smith going forward with the ball. But the referee spots a foul there, and he gives a free to the Kushela men right in the centre of the field. Quickly taken, down about 35 metres out, and in his lone glory there is Paddy Gaffney. Comes out and clears the ball high down towards Dugdale. Dugdale trying to get the ball up and does, one-handed. Great pick up by Dugdale as the ball bounced. Gets it forward now for the Den men right out the centre of the field. Transfers across to this side of the field now into the possession of Michael Tierney. Long high ball down about 35 metres out. Fisted in there by Pascal Galligan. He was trying to get it to Dugdale. Dugdale is picking the ball up, and the referee says, George Dugdale, you picked that ball off the ground, and that's not legitimate. Not in the rule book either. Another free out for the Kushela team, to be taken by Philip Smith, having a great game for Kushela on the half-back line, really getting out before his man and blocking down kicks all over the place. This Kushela team look very fit and very mobile. They're down to 14 men. They're leading 1-8 to 2 points. We make it 1 minute to go to half-time at Breffley Park. That's 1-8 is 11 points to 2. 9 points between them. Den going forward. Barry Hyland, the right full-back, is it into Jim Cogan. Low and hard, and it's blocked down by the Kushela team, and the man coming away with it is Donald Riley. He gets it left-footed way out to the far side of the field. Referee going out, and he's pointing for a free for the Kushela team from where the ball landed, because there was a tackle on Donald Riley as he was trying to clear his lines there from about 13 metres out from his own goal. Ball thrown down on the ground on the far side of the field, and Philip Smith making the long check out now to take the free about 50 metres out from the Kushela goal. But 10 in for the far sideline, and toe pokes it forward now into the hands of Enda Riley, coming forward for Kushela and giving it forward now to Philip Smith, and they're toe poking it along the ground soccer style. It goes back now to Enda Riley, and Enda Riley on the 45 metre line. That's on the Den 45. Plays it down forward into the corner towards Jared Shelby. He sends in a high kick, dropping down on the edge of the square. A fisted effort in there now by Brian Lynch, and it's taken by the goalkeeper Martin Cahill, and Martin has it high and plays it high out towards the stand in a very appropriate place because the referee blows for half-time. It's 10, 2 points, and Kushela 1 goal and 8 points here at half-time. And we'll run through the scores as they came in that first half. Enda Riley, a Kushela point after 3 minutes from a free. Porrick Lynch, a point for Kushela after 4.5 minutes. Then George Dugdale, a point for Den after 6 minutes. Porrick Lynch, a point for Kushela after 6.5 minutes. Porrick Lynch, another point then for Kushela in the 8-minute. Point for Kushela by Enda Riley after 12 minutes. The goal for Kushela by Gerard Shelby after 14 minutes of play. Then a point by Tommy Smith for Den from a free after 18. Kushela by Damien Riley after 19 minutes. Point from a free by Porrick Lynch. That was in the 21st minute. That was for Kushela. Damien Riley, a point after 23 minutes for Kushela. And there before half-time, a point by Enda Riley from a free after 26 minutes of play to leave the half-time score. Kushela 1 goal and 8 points. Den 2 points here at half-time in Breffney Park. We'll have more news for you in the second half, MJ. The referee and the umpires and linesmen out in the centre of the field having a little chat now at half-time. As we said, the pitch bone dry, immaculate condition for the game, and Den will have the aid of the breeze here in the second half. And both teams gone in for a well-deserved rest and to discuss tactics for the second half. Kushela playing with 14 men, Den 15 men, but they have only 2 points. Kushela 1 goal and 8 points. Will it be sufficient against the breeze in the second half? Well, join us in a few moments' time for the story of the second half. They scored at half-time. Den 2 points, but Kushela 1 goal and 8 points. the moment, MJ. There's after been a point scored for Den there by George Dugdale, and we make it 4 minutes gone in the second half. It's Kushela. Shot high in towards the goal there and over the bar for a fine point that is, and it's now Kushela 8 points, Den 4 points, and the other point for the Den men coming a few moments ago there from George Dugdale. And Sean Tracy was the man who sent that one over for the Den men. Another Kushela player down, receiving some treatment. Seems to have sustained a slight injury down there at the moment. A number of Kushela players around him. Down here on our left in the town goal end. Kushela 1 goal and 8 points. Den 4 points. 5 minutes gone in the second half here at Breffni Park. Some concern over this Kushela man still receiving treatment. I don't know whether it's a shoulder injury. Seems to be feeling his shoulder. It's the fullback Sean Cusick, number 3, but he's back up now to his feet. Always good sign to see a man back up on his feet. Seemed to be slightly winded, I think, as well. Den really trying to get into this game in the second half. 2 quick points within the first 5 minutes. One from Sean Tracy and the other from George Dugdale. Kushela man still being attended down there too, and they're having a word with him if he's fit and well to retain his place and resume. I think he'll be staying on. Sturdy player is Sean Cusick, walking around there. Meanwhile, the goalkeeper placing the ball for the kick out. Still some concern by the Kushela mentors about Sean, but Sean's waving the way. He says, I'll be okay in a few moments' time. Putting the glove back on. Kick out now by Adrian Riley, the student. Right down in the centre of the field. Tommy Smith fists it down for the Den men. Ball goes out over the line here on this side of the field. Line ball for Kushela. Ball in the hands of Brian Lynch. Number 25, Benny Bird, is about to make his appearance on the Kushela team, and it seems that Sean Cusick has to go off. Doesn't seem to be able to continue despite a brave effort, a brave try to stay on, and a deserved round of applause for Sean Cusick as he exits from the pitch now into the dugout down here on our right. Seems to be feeling his chest. Benny Bird into the fray for the Kushela men. Ball down now about 45 metres out from the Den goal. The man in possession there is number 6, Paddock Wheely. The referee can't decide who was being fouled or who was fouling who, so he throws the ball up between them. Adrian Donohoe manages to punch the ball down there into the possession of a Kushela player, Ronan Farley. Ronan is fouled, takes the free out of his hands and drifts it into no man's land there. Adrian Donohoe grabs it, but 20 metres out from the goal, he's pushed to the back. And Adrian very, very alert today. Not alone is he doing well at midfield, but he's up in the forward line helping out as well. This free on the 13-metre line will be taken by Porrick Lynch. Kushela 1 goal and 8 points, Den 4 points. This will be Kushela's opening score of this second half. If Porrick can slot this one over. Yes, he does. Curls it in and over the bar for another point for the Kushela men, scored by Porrick Lynch. 1 goal and 9 points now to Den's 4 points. What the game needs badly now is a Den goal to bring them really back into contention. Martin Cowell placing the ball on the 20-metre line for the kick out. George Dugdale playing in the middle of the field area now for Den, trying to get the ball up very close to the line down here in front of the stand, charging forward with the ball. And a Kushela man goes down to the ground as George was going forward there, seemed to connect with him. And the referee, Martin Brady, coming over now, having a word I think, with George. Kushela 1-9, Den 4 points. The man feeling his side of his face there is number 6, Finbar Riley. George Dugdale, big strong player, sturdy, plays it forward now, high up in the air, Gary Owen tight kicking, Jim Cogan had it in his hand but he let it slip away from him, and Kushela man, Terrio-like there, grabs the ball, fouled and sends it in a free out for Kushela. From about 30 metres out from their own goal, and the man back helping there was Ronan Farley, showing the determination of this Kushela men. 14 men there may be for Kushela, 15 for Den, but Kushela playing as if they had 15 or 16 men at this time. Kushela 1-9, Den 4 points. The kick to be taken by Adrian Riley. Down in the centre of the field, and Den coming forward with the ball. The man going forward is Paddock Wheely, trying to get the ball up, and does. Ball goes in the possession of Michael Tierney. Free, quickly taken out to the far side of the field now. Paul Highland lobs it forward right in towards the goal. Nobody on the end of it. It bounces over the bar. A fine shot in there, and it bounced straight over the bar. A couple of people trying to get for it, backs and defenders. Nobody actually got to it. It bounced so high, but it bounced straight over the bar. It's 5 points for Den, 1-9 for Kushela. 10 minutes gone in the second half here at Breffney Park. Ball in the hands of Adrian Riley for the kick out. Standing back from the ball now on the 20-metre line. The kick is on its way right down in the middle of the field. George Dugdale fisting it down. He doesn't seem to be catching many of them today, but it only goes to a Kushela man, Brian Lynch. Brian going forward with the ball, 65 metres out from his own goal, and then sends it high down towards Porrick Lynch and a number of players there. The man underneath it was Paddy Gaffney, and Paddy grabs the ball, but the referee has spotted an infringement way out in the midfield area. It's Kushela, 1 goal and 9 points, Den 5 points. 11 minutes gone in the second half here at Breffney Park. Kushela seems to be very cool and calculated today in everything that they do, and playing as a real cohesive unit. Benny Bird in possession out on the far side of the field. There's a very loose type of foot pass into the centre there. Came from Gerard Shelby, not the type of pass to get a team moving on the forward line. The Den men really quick to snap it up there. Referee going towards Gerard Shelby. He's the man who scored the goal in the first half, and he's taking his name for rather robust tackle there on the Den man. And that Den man is on the ground behind the referee there, and behind where the Den man is standing there now, close proximity to the referee. That Den man, Michael Tierney, seems to be feeling his hand or wrist. Seemed to got a knock there. Patsy McGinnell is also standing there. He was placing the ball down to take the free. He was standing beside the injured player. Michael's walking away. Seems to have recovered okay. Kushela 1-9, Den 5 points. The kick is taken now by McGinnell, down about 45 metres out. Taken away by the Kushela men once again, and that man back there is Pat Shelby, helping his defence and playing it forward. Kushela really mobile on the ball now. Free for the Kushela men, right in the centre of the field, way out on the far side, about 20 metres in for the far side. Brian Lynch, the man going forward with the ball there. Brian decides take it out of his hands, it does, quickly, and putting the Kushela men on the attack. Man going forward there was Raymond Riley. He was up-ended. Ball quickly taken by Brian Lynch down into the corner now. Kushela on the attack, 35 metres out. The man going through there is Enda Riley. His kick is partially blocked down, is taken away from him by the Den men. In there is Michael Tierney, the man who was injured a short time ago, seems to have recovered sufficiently. Ball now in the hands of Martin Cahill, the goalkeeper, on the edge of the square. Out towards the left of the goal, down here on our right in the scoreboard end as we look at it. A lot of the momentum has gone out of this game, and still the Den team would need a goal to really get back into the game. Referee out the centre of the field seems to be talking to a Den man who seems to have a hand injury. Seems intent on playing on. That's Paul Hyland. Paul with one glove off in his right hand, the right glove on and the left glove in his right hand. High in the centre of the field, and Kushela coming forward with Adrian Donohoe, the best player on the field today, playing it forward now. Fisted on there by Porrick Lynch and goes back towards Adrian as he followed up and was watching very closely developments there. He's been surrounded by 4 Den men, and one of them coming out is Raymond Riley. He's pushed in the back. It's a free out. Quickly taken down into no man's land for a moment, but the Kushela men have it under control. High out to the side of the field. Man going forward there was Ronan Farley. He tried to get it up. Was cleared away by Noel Cook, having quite a good game. Left corner back for Kushela, rubbing his nose as he goes back there, take up his position. This free now exactly on the 65-metre line for Kushela. Played forward now by Raymond Riley. He gets it out towards Enda Riley. Enda Riley gives it across now towards Gerald Shelby. Across towards Adrian Donohoe, 35 metres out, fielding everything today. Laughs in a speculative shot that's just gone narrowly wide to the left. Down here on our right, Kushela 9 points, Den 5 points. 15 minutes gone in the second half. Den, a pale shadow of the team that we saw the last day. Martin Donohoe, substitute that came on the Den team. There goes to Tommy Smith, low and hard, and it's blocked down there by Philip Smith. Ball in there, it's fisted in towards the goal by Sean Tracy, but ball cleared away now. Comes back towards Martin Donohoe, the substitute that came on a moment ago. Lofts it in high in towards the goal. It's gone out over the end line and gone wide. Sean Tracy was saying that ball had gone out for a 45, but the ball has gone wide, says the umpire. Score remains Kushela 1-9, Den 5 points. Ball placed for the goalkeeper, Adrian. Head high tackle there. Seemed to be a fairly dangerous tackle, but Philip got away, didn't feel the full blunt of it as he gets it high, right down in the centre of the field. Kushela meaning business now still, and Penny Bird, big strong player, grabbing possession for them, trying to play the pass out, and does now the foot pass out towards Brian Lynch. Brian Lynch, his pass goes astray and it goes into the hands of Patsy McGinnell. McGinnell out now to Barry Hyland. Barry Hyland out towards Michael Tierney, and Tierney completes the clearance, down about 45 metres out. Hops over a number of players, and it comes back now towards George Dugdale, across towards Sean Tracy, in towards the goal. He's on the ground right in front of the goal there. Tries to get it back. Dugdale shoots and he sent it wide. Oh, right in front of the goal. That George Dugdale has blasted the ball out over the end line and wide. What a miss by Dugdale there as the Den men powered the way in towards the Kushela goal. Ball out over the end line and wide. Score remains Kushela 1-9, Den 5 points. We make it 17 minutes gone in the second half. Ball in the hands of the goalkeeper, Adrian Riley, for the kick out. Kushela backline really defending stoutly, and there was a real let off there for them because that ball could have wound up anywhere. And another Kushela man on the ground there. Referee going across. He's having a word now with number 12, Barry Smith, on the Den team for a rather harsh tackle. He's putting his name in the book, I think, at the moment. Martin Brady telling him any more of that. And he may be taking an early shower. But this game, we must be said, is fairly clean overall. High into the centre of the field. Fisted down there now by Paddock Wheely. gives it across, but it goes loose and is taken away by Enda Riley. Plays it forward. And the man waiting for it out there is Adrian Donohoe. Trying to get the ball up there was Porrick Lynch. It's taken away by Paddock Wheely. And there's a speculative kick out to the far side. And the man going forward now for Den is Michael Tierney. Long, high one in towards the goal. Fisted away partially there by Donald Riley for a moment. Goes now towards George Dugdale. A shot that's gone over the bar for the point. Scored by George Dugdale. Shot over the bar there by George Dugdale for the point. It's now Den 6 points, Kushela 1 goal and 9 points here in Breffley Park. We make it 19 minutes 34 seconds gone in the second half. Den trying to pull the game out of the fire in every way that they know. But 2 minutes ago, before you came over to us there, George Dugdale was going through, took a blasting shot into the town goal here, but it just went about a foot to the right of the goal and wide, and reeled that off for the Kushela men. Kushela defending stoutly, rip-roaring second half now as the Den men try to get back into the game. Kushela playing with 14 men. Substitute came on in the second half there for the Kushela men. Martin Donohoe came on, or for Den rather, Martin Donohoe came on for them. Man in possession is indeed that substitute. Martin Donohoe plays it forward now from a free along the sideline, down towards Michael Tierney. Lofts it in towards the goal, partially taken down there, goes now, a shot, oh, it's in the net, it's a goal! Tommy Smith, a low shot, in towards the goal. Tommy Smith, he thought it wasn't going to go into the back of the net, it's a goal for Den. Scored by Tommy Smith, and now you can hear the Den people coming to life in Breffley Park. It didn't seem like entering the net there. A low shot just crept into the corner of the net. The goalkeeper seemed to be slightly unsighted, and Tommy buries it in the back of the net from about 20 metres out. It's now Kushela, 1 goal and 9 points. It's Den 6 points. We make it 20 minutes gone in the second half. Tommy Smith, the scorer of that goal. Ball in the hands of the goalkeeper now. Adrian Riley for the kick out. A goal between them, and Tommy has it again. Powering his way through the midfield area. Pushed to the back, a free for Den. There's great spirit, fighting spirit in Den. They're playing with 15 men. Kushela playing with 14 men. Damien Riley having been sent off in the first half. This free for Den. 50 metres out, almost dead straight in front of the goal. Kushela 1-9. Den 6 points. Tommy stands right back from the ball. Here comes Tommy now. It's on its way. It's over the bar. And there's only 2 between them. Tommy Smith, the revival has begun. 1-9 for Kushela, 1-7 for the Den team. You see a number 19 down here in front of us, John McAveety, about to make an appearance for the Kushela team. But he's gone back into the dugout, but he's reappeared, and maybe a substitute coming on very, very shortly now is the goalkeeper, Adrian Riley, for Kushela, preparing to take the kick out. And that substitute is, in fact, out on the pitch now, and he's running towards the referee. $1-9 for Kushela, 1-7 for the Den team. Ball out about 45 metres out. Den trying to go forward with that ball. And the man being fouled there for the Den men throws the ball to the ground, and then it's quickly taken by the Kushela team. But the player that was going to take it quickly decides that he won't take it quickly, and then he plays it slow. And that man going forward there was Raymond Riley. Plays it out to the far side of the field, now to Benny Board, 45 metres out. Toe to hand. Kushela trying to regain the momentum in this game. Kushela 1-9, Den 1-7, 2 points between them. The man in possession now, Ronan Farley, having a great game for Kushela, right through, lofts it right in towards the goal, but it's cut off there by Pat Baker, the engineer, and Pat Baker engineers his way out of that one, high out to the centre of the field. Ball partially fisted down there by the Den men, Martin Donohoe, the substitute, but it goes in the hands of Adrian Donohoe, and Adrian Donohoe going forward for Den now, plays it in towards the goal, but it's cut off there by Jim Cogan, and Jim Cogan back defending for the Den men with all the heart that he knows, and clears it high into the centre of the field. Ball taken there by the Kushela man. That Kushela man having a great game is Raymond Riley. Plays it out to the far side of the field now towards Jared or Pat Shelby, down towards Porrick Lynch trying to get the ball up, but back there is Paddy Gaffney, and Paddy Gaffney has the ball. but it's gone out of the Kushela man, and the umpire says the ball has gone wide and it's thrown back very quickly to Martin Cowell. 23 minutes gone in the second half. Kushela 1 goal and 9 points. 10, 1 goal and 7, 3 points between them. Not much in any man's language here in this game that's seesawing. A great fight back by the Den men. It was a long time coming, but it's on its way. Ball is also on its way into the centre of the field, and Kushela going forward. That man going forward for the Kushela team is Adrian Donohoe, sending it high in towards the goal, and it's got over the bar for a lovely point for the Kushela men. 1 goal and 10 points for Kushela. 1 goal and 7 now for Den. And the man sending over that shot there was the number 6 Finbar Riley. Adrian Donohoe was also involved, but the man that sent it over was number 6 Finbar Riley. He's got his name on the score sheet. 1-10 for Kushela, 1-7 for Den. 3 points between them again. That vital goal between them. The ball in the hands now of Sean Tracy, trying to get it across into the centre to Dugdale. He's trying to bury it, but he can't get his kick in, and he was going through there without playing the ball, says the referee. There was Kushela men just sending on him from all angles, and he wasn't going to get his kick in. George Dugdale, of course, plays with Leitrim. 24 minutes 51 seconds gone in the second half. Kushela 1 goal and 10 points. 10, 1 goal and 7. Kushela man down on the ground, right down in front of the town goal here, but he seems to be getting back up to his feet. Shoulder injury, a slight suspected shoulder injury. Referee Martin Brady right beside him there. None of the Kushela mentors have gone on as yet because it's not deemed that serious. I think he'll be okay in a couple of moments. Game nicely poised now. 1 goal and 10 for Kushela, 1-7 for the Den team. 25 minutes and 25 seconds gone. Kushela man out beside him there now. Michael Donohoe giving a drink of water, and that'll revive him, I think. Ball placed on the 20-metre line for the kick out, to be taken now by Adrian Riley. Just checking down the numbers of the players. The last point was scored, I think, by John McAveety. Ball coming forward now in the possession of Noel Cook for the Kushela men. Sent forward then by Benny Board. Long kick, but it's cut off by the Den man in the possession of Barry Smith, rather, going forward with the ball. 35 metres out, plays it down about 45 metres out from the Kushela goal, but it's cleared away now by Philip Smith. He gets it down to the far side of the field. Ball gone out of the 10 man on the far side, gone out of Jim Keoghan there. Ball now in the hands of Michael Tierney. Michael Tierney gives it across into the centre to Tommy Smith. And then coming forward with the ball now in the possession of Tommy Smith, right through to Dugdale. They're looking for this goal. He's 13 metres out, but he's been surrounded by Kushela men again, and the man closest to him was the red-haired Donald Riley. Kushela get it away somehow. Den were looking for the goal. There's a goal between them. There's 3 minutes left in the game. It's 1-10 for Kushela, 1-7 for the Den team. And Den trying everything they know to equalise it and get a goal. They might have been better opting for points there, but Dugdale looking for the goal all the time. He might have been better to slot it over and reduce the lead away somewhat in the game. Kushela defending stoutly, and there's nobody going to get a kick in anywhere inside the 20-metre line as far as Donald Riley or Noel Cook is concerned. Ball high in the centre of the field. Adrian Donohoe, the powerhouse of this Kushela team all day, giving them the decided advantage in the midfield area, playing it forward, but it's taken away by Paddock Wheely, the school teacher for Den, out in the centre of the field, and they're waiting for it again. Is the big man Adrian Donohoe. What a game he's having. Gives it forward down to Ronan Farley. Ronan Farley out to this side of the field towards another Kushela man going forward, but it's cut away there now by Barry Hyland for Den. Out in the centre of the field it goes, but it's centre of the field. When I say centre of the field, it's in the centre of the field all right, but it's gone out over the line right down here in front of us, in front of the stand. Ball thrown down there now by Noel Cook, the left corner back of Kushela, and Kushela want to slow it down a bit. Another Kushela man seems to be slightly injured out in the 45-metre area, and that's Ronan Farley. Seems to be getting back up to his feet. Seemed to take a knock at that last movement there. Sean Gaffney is playing on the 10 team. He was the substitute to come in a few moments ago. He's wearing number 19. Ronan Farley, meanwhile, is back up on his feet and seems to be okay, limbering his left foot a little bit there, or his right foot as we look at it. Ball taken now from this sideline kick by Raymond Riley for Kushela. Right down into the hands of Benny Bird, the big man who came on as a substitute. But the ball slips away from him. It's taken by Tommy Smith, and Tommy Smith plays it out the center of the field now. And the Kushela team coming forward. Ball down about 45 metres out, and the man racing out for it there was Pascal Galligan trying to get it up for the Denman. Ball dropping right in towards the full forward line, and it goes partially in towards the goal there, but it's taken away by Donal Riley. Keeps it away there from Sean Tracy and away from George Dugdale, and away come the Kushela men. They're really defending very, very well now in this last few minutes of the game. We make it about 50 seconds left in the game, but holding on to this 3-point lead. It's Kushela 1-10, 10, 1-7. The man going forward now, the man that was injured a few moments ago, that's Ronan Farley, to prove that he's fit and well again. Pushed to the back, he's up with again like a rubber ball. He's put down again, but he's not injured this time. He'll be up, I'd say, in a few moments, and he is. He's getting up already. The kick taken by the Denman now, right in towards the goal from Michael Tierney in towards Sean Tracy. Sean Tracy is on the ground. He's upended. He's trying to get the ball away to somebody else there. Now he gets it back. He gets it back out to Sean Gaffney. Sean Gaffney lets the ball go from his grasp there, and it's taken away by the Kushela man, Noel Cook. What a game he's having. Gives it across now towards Pat Shelby, and Pat Shelby at the centre of the field. Waiting for it is Father Queely. Father Queely now to Tommy Smith. Tommy Smith, then his kick is half blocked down on the trajectory, but goes all wrong, and it screws into the hands of Pat Shelby. And who does he give it to? Only out now towards Pat Baker. Sends it high in towards the goal, and it's taken down by the Kushela men. What a game they're having in there, and the man in there waiting for it for the Kushela team was Enda Riley trying to get the ball out. And the referee going in, he's going to have a word with somebody in there. A little bit of an infringement. A couple of players getting involved in the heat of the moment. He seems to be talking to number 13 on the Den team, Sean Tracy, at the moment. Sean putting his arm behind the referee's back there, as much as to say, I didn't mean anything. There was no intent in that one, and the referee seems to accept his explanation, but he notes his name nevertheless. It's 1-10 for Kushela, 1-7 for Den. We make it time up here in Breffley Park, about 50 seconds overtime. One goal between them. 14 Kushela men defeating 15 Den men. High in the centre of the field, Tommy Smith bringing it down out of the clouds. The man who's done more than anyone else to bring them back into the game. Porter Lynch out the midfield, takes the ball away from him. He was supposed to be playing it full forward. He gives it down to Benny Bird. Benny Bird plays it forward, but it's taken away partially by the Den cornerback there, Barry Hyland, trying to get the ball up. Benny Bird was taking the ball away from him, not legitimately, says the referee Martin Brady. Still that goal between them. Kushela seem to be the team to advance at this time. Referee looking very closely at his watch now at the moment. We make it 1 minute and 20 seconds overtime here in Breffley Park. Ball way out in the far side of the field, down about 65 metres out. Fifths it on there by George Dugdale, but it's taken away by the Kushela men. But who does it go down to now? Only Pat Baker. Pat Baker for 10, out the centre of the field, right down here in front of the stand, coming forward with all the determination that he can muster up, trying to revive the Den men. He's being fouled, takes it quickly into the centre now towards Michael Tierney, and he opts for the high one right in towards the goal, and it's taken by the Kushela men in there. Oh, there's a bit of a frack in front of the goal momentarily, and number 5 of the Den, or the Kushela team, Raymond Riley, seemed to have got involved there, but the referee is letting the play go on. The players separate very, very quickly, all in the heat of the moment. Ball out on this side of the field, right down here in front of us, and a Kushela player, number 13 there, Sean Tracy, went for a piggyback up on the, or number 13, Jared Shelby of the Kushela team went for a piggyback up on the top of another player. A shot in towards the goal, and it's gone over the bar for a fine point, that is, for the Den men. Over the bar, it's now Kushela 1 goal and 10 points, Den 1 goal and 8 points. And Martin Donohoe was the man that slotted that one over for the Den men. It's now 2 points between them. Kushela 1 goal and 10, Den 1 goal and 8 points. We make it 2 minutes, almost 3 minutes overtime here in Breffley Park. Referee now looking even more closely at his watch. 2 points between them. Kushela 1-10, Den 1 goal and 8 points. Ball in the hands of Adrian Riley for the kick out now. Kick on its way, and the referee still playing on. Ball now being picked up by Michael Tierney, going forward. Left half back on the Den team, but who does he hit to? Only into the centre there, where it's taken away by Pat Shelby. Having a great game for Kushela. Places the ball down on the ground. No, he decides to take it out of his hands quickly. Might have been a better time to slow it down a bit, as Kushela tried to contain possession now at this time. They're going forward, and the man going forward for them is John McAveety. Finally got it across into the centre, and it goes into the hands now of Enda Riley. Enda Riley, toe to hand, 40 metres out, gives it out to the side of the field now towards Jared Shelby. Jared Shelby going a solo, he's 45 metres out from the Den goal. Pods it down now into Porrick Lynch on mark. Porrick trying to get around his man there. Coming to him is Pat Baker. Pat Baker takes him down unceremoniously outside the 20-metre line. A free in for Kushela, and this could be the insurance point. 1-10 for Kushela, 1 goal and 8 points for Den. We make it about 4 minutes overtime here in Breffney Park. 34 minutes and 10 seconds. 1-10 for Kushela, 1 goal and 8 points for Den. Free now for Kushela. On its way in towards the goal there by Enda Riley, but it's a low trajectory on it, and it's taken away by Paddy Gaffney out the centre of the field, and Tommy Smith grabs the ball. And the referee still waving on the play. He's playing on, and Donald Riley trying to pull on it soccer style and misses the ball completely, but it's a good job that it was cleared away by another Kushela man. Comes down along this side of the field now into the hands of Sean Gaffney trying to get the ball up. Martin Donohoe is also in there. The ball goes into the hands now of Patsy McGinnell. Gives it away out to the far side of the field, and Kushela coming forward with it, and the referee blows the final whistle. It's all over. 1 goal and 10 points to 1 goal and 8 points for the Kushela men for Den. 1 goal and 10 for Kushela, 1 goal and 8 for Den. A 2-point win for the men from Kushela in a very, very exciting second half here at Breffney Park. And the Kushela men now congratulating each other all over the place. Really hectic comeback in that second half by the Den man, and the comeback mounted by Tommy Smith, who got a great goal for them. Also great point. George Dugdale had an opportunity of a goal and maybe a few points as well, but scoring those because he seemed to be opting for goals. The Kushela men weren't giving much room in around the goal area. But it ends in a win for Kushela on the scoreline of 1 goal and 10 points. Den, 1 goal and 8 points, MJ, Breffney Park. So this occasion, in this replay, we do have a result. It's Kushela, the men that are to advance. There you have it, both teams now going off into the dugout here at Breffney Park. Kushela, the men going through 14 men. Very, very happy afternoon for them. They played the better football throughout and owned most midfield most of the game, although Tommy Smith did give Den renewed impetus in the second half. But Adrian Donohoe, the real powerhouse for the Kushela team right throughout today, and the defence played very, very well all through the game, and also the forward line as well. Enda Riley, Ronan Farley, Pat Shelby, Gerard Shelby, Porrick Lynch, Brian Lynch, every one of them involved, highly involved, and played very, very well. Passed the ball with great cohesion today. Not many passes going astray as far as the Kushela men were concerned. They just didn't let Den get into it from early on, and even when the Kushela player was sent off, didn't affect their rhythm in the least. And Kushela now looking good as they advance in this league game here at Breffney Park on a very cool afternoon, but a great day for football. The final score again from Breffney Park is Kushela 1 goal and 10 points, Den 1 goal and 8 points. From all of us in Breffney Park, from Pat Lee and myself, Sean McMahon, Slán agus Banach Galir.